All right, guys. So we are back out here, and it is the next day. It's like quarter to one, I want to say, and it's gonna be a good day when your paint gun that you just sprayed some really, really nasty stuff in sprays clear. Look at that. So that's good. Took a bit to clear it up last night, but we got it. Still got a little poo stain on the front there, but that thing has a bunch of overspray on it. As you can see from when I painted my boat, there is a bunch of silver on it, but that's because I was on the inside and it was all spraying back. So there's that. But I have the tip soaking in some mineral spirits, which is like reducer, which works good for getting paint off of stuff. Also, there's other stuff that isn't so toxic, but got that. So I am done with that stuff now. Well, until I move on to the next set of parts. But it's time to start spraying the white here. So I took a little I took a few clips on my phone, so I'll probably make something cool and probably throw that in right now. So yeah, the frame turned out pretty good, and yeah, I am happy with it. Those runs that I was talking about right there, and then one over there which you'll never see, which this one you'll see, but it's like the box is right here. So you'll have to really look for it, and that's if the white doesn't blend it in and cover it up. So it turned out really good. It's nice and dry, so it's time to just tack cloth it off to make sure that no dust got on it or no oversprays on it, and just make sure it's nice and clean, and then I can start spraying the white, guys. So I guess I'll get to the time lapse. All right, guys, so the tack cloth is actually pretty sticky, so I'm gonna be putting on some gloves here, and then I'll get started. All right, guys, so as you just saw, I got it all tack clothed off, and I'm actually glad that I did, because I think there was a little bit of overspray on it. It wasn't bad at all. Like, most of it was sucked out already. This is just from, I guess, spraying down, but there wasn't a haze in the air or nothing, but there was a little orange chip from this sitting right there, and then there was like a little fuzz from I don't know, like a little, almost like a cotton fuzz thing. I don't know exactly what leaves them, but that was right there. And then what's this? That's a little thing from a rag, I think, but that was there the first time. But it's all nice and clean now. And now I'll show you guys the paint mixing process, because I was worried I was gonna make a mess with that and stuff, but it actually wasn't that bad at all. But I still did it on the ground, but this one is already been used, so I'll show you guys that. All right, guys, so I got my mixing cup right here, and we will be mixing it 8-to-1, which I thought that these weren't what I was gonna be using, but this is 8-to-1, and I just don't need this last bar. So it's actually really nice because it's all simplified into just the same chart, just another bar if you need that mixing ratio. So anyways, I'm gonna get to mixing up the paint, so I'm gonna shake it because I'm sure this is gonna need to be stirred quite a bit. All right, and now you crack the seal here, the lid. Just like that. I really hope that no sand falls, because there's sand on there that I just remembered. So I'm actually gonna switch the ground for this. That's also another reason why I switched the ground, because sand kept on falling off the shelf still. But I'm just gonna stir it up. Got my nice stir stick here. And I can't feel anything at the bottom, but I'm still just gonna give it a nice good stir here. I'm really hoping that this is enough. Because if it's not, actually I should go check right now, but I don't think I have any other white. I think this is it. I'm almost tempted to put a touch of silver in it, but I want to be able to match it just in case I have any issues. Alright, so that should be good and stirred. Now I'm gonna have to wipe off the stick. So I'll set you guys down for that. Alright. Alright, got the stick nice and clean now. And now we can go back to up here. So I'll do a quick change. Alright guys, so my plan is a go. I'm definitely gonna have to find another gallon of white, but I am gonna try and make it a metallic white. So my dad actually had this stuff. It's white pearl, bright white, and you can see it right there. So I was gonna try that and also trying the aluminum like I've done before on the scrambler. Actually, in the end, I don't think I ended up using any of this in the paint for the scrambler plastics, just because it was making it too pink because it was red. But I did use this for sure in the boat. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. There's a playlist for the boat build, which turned out really good. But I was gonna do 2 test samples of each to see if this gets buried too much in the paint and to see if this alters the white too much. So I was gonna give that a go, and then I'll probably do a little test section, probably like right in there and then right in there, and see what one turns out the best. So I'm gonna give that a go, and then after that, I'm sure I'll like one of them, and then I'm off to look for some paint. But I got plenty of hardener and reducer right here, so should be good there. But also guys, you guys might be wondering like why I'm painting it and stuff like that. Well, this paint is really durable and holds up, and is really good against rock chips and stuff. Obviously it'll still chip, it's a paint, it's actually an enamel, but I mean, instead of going through the hassle and spending all the big bucks powder coating and stuff like that, I just figured I'd give this a try. And I mean, I've used it on all my 4-wheeler frames before and stuff, and you know, it holds up really good. Like my Predator, after a year and a half now, has the only damage is by the chain in the back. It got pretty chipped up back there, but the whole front end, no rock chips at all. So I'm really impressed with this stuff, and you know, it's, you know, almost as durable as powder coat, but you know, powder coat is definitely top of the line. So for a cheaper alternative and for, you know, really good results still and whatnot, I'm just gonna keep on using this stuff, at least for this build. You know, who knows, maybe the next truck build, if there is another one, who knows, we'll see where things go. Maybe it'll get powder coated, but I mean, I did that Banshee and that was powder coated, and that still got chipped, but you know, it's a lot more chip resistant. But anyways, I'm gonna get to mixing and let's see how it goes. All right guys, so for the silver here, it's actually called aluminum enamel. This isn't the original thing. I got it in a whole gallon, but this is just all that's left after using it over, you know, over time and after painting my whole boat in it. But what I was thinking, for this scale, I got a screwdriver, so I was thinking just taking a little bit like that, which, oh, I didn't even stir it. Here, guess I'm gonna have to stir it up. Should have used a stir stick for this, but I got a little carried away. I shook it pretty good though, so yeah, it settled at the bottom. This, I guess metallic's actually really bad for this, clumping up at the bottom, so you really gotta stir it. You can see all of that on the end. So I'm gonna get this stirred up real nice and good here real quick. All right guys, so I switched to the aluminum stir stick now, but it looks like it mixed up pretty good. So now I'm gonna get my little sample and add it to the white paint. Honestly, thinking about it now, I can just drip it in with this. So I'm just gonna do that instead. So let's just go like this. Wait until it kind of stops dripping. One more for good measure. All right, so now I'm gonna clean off the stir stick and get that all mixed up. All right guys, so I got this one all mixed up now, and from looking at it, actually that's too bright for the camera. I don't even really notice a difference. So maybe that wasn't enough, but I'm just gonna start with that. And then this one, I'm gonna add some pearl into it. So I'll show you guys this. So as you can see in there, it's just like a powder. So I guess, I don't know how much to add, but oh, that's a lot. Okay, well, let's see how good that looks. That was probably too much, but that's that's a good start actually, because now I'll see if the paint actually buries it or not. So I'm gonna get all this set up. I'm gonna toss a little bit of hardener and reducer in each of them, and spray some sections of the frame, and I'll get back to you guys. All right guys, so this is gonna be the first color right here. So let's see how it turns out. All right guys, now this is the next mix I made. So let's see how it turns out. All right, and here you guys have it. So you guys can clearly tell what one has silver in it. It almost made it a little more dull. And then obviously this one was just with the added pearl. But now, moment of truth. Get some light on it and see how it looks. So this one, I can't even see any pearl. Or this one, it's hard to see any either. Yeah, I don't really see any metallic in it at all. All right, well, I'll let you guys know what I end up doing.